Hey everybody, Justin from Playing Board Games here, and today I'm trying out something new on the channel. We've never done anything like this before, but I do know that there is a lot of excitement regarding Edge of the Earth. The campaign boxes are starting to get shipped out, and up here in Canada we are lucky enough to get them. I actually have it legitimately right here. So I thought this is an unboxing video as well as rules. I'm going to look at some of the new rules and mechanics that come with this new box. We'll look at what's inside. We'll see exactly what you get. The new storage, because this, as you can tell, this box is just so much beefier than the old slip cases that the previous expansions came in. This sits on your shelf. This is like a real board game box. We'll see the storage inside. We'll see what comes with it. We'll look at the new coiled campaign guide because I know people want to see it. But we're also going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible because I also don't like to be spoiled. So I'm not going to be looking at all the encounter cards. We're going to just like see what we get, open the encounter cards, and then put them in the box and see how everything fits in the box once it's all done. But once again, as you can see, this is a meaty box. This is a meaty box with a bunch of... Actually, you can store your game in this box. It's incredible. All right, we've cut it open, and here it is. The ad sheet. What everyone came here to see. Unfathomable. Oh my God, and on the other side, all of the books. Oh man, so cool. Everything we want is right here. Anyways, thanks for watching. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. We'll see you guys next week or tomorrow for another Arkham Horror video. Oh wait, you guys want to see this coiled book? All right, we'll look at the coiled book. So yeah, the campaign guide is now coiled in this little thing. Thicker quality paper. Here, let me grab one of the pages from the previous Mythos pack and see how the paper compares. Because apparently I just have these sitting around in my recording room. So yeah, this is 1,000 Shapes of Horror. Oh yeah. Okay, this campaign guide is much better. So this is just flimsy paper. This is still... The cover is thicker than these ones. Still nice quality stuff. Still much better quality than these guys right here. I didn't even have to open them to figure it out. A lot of symbols. Once again, I don't want to look to see what we have here, but why don't we check out, before we get into the actual campaign guide and look at the new keywords and rules that come here. 64 pages, by the way. Holy crap. 64 pages. We'll look to see what else we get in this box. So here are the tokens. Let's get these guys open, shall we? We can actually look at them. All right. So there's these Frost tokens, which we knew were going to be a thing. I believe they also announced how they worked, but we'll actually read them in the campaign guide itself to see what they actually do. So yeah, the Frost tokens, we have these other tokens that Travis said the name of what they were yesterday, but I actually have no idea what they are. But there's 5 of them, and they seem to have an unactivated side and an activated side, if I just had to guess looking at those. Frost tokens look nice. Darker blue than I was expecting from all the promo material. But this also comes with, which is really helpful for not me, but I imagine some of the other people who play this game. We have level 3 count Clue and Doom tokens. That is a nice include for them to have put in this for players who use these. We don't on the channel. We use dice if you watch any of our gameplay footage. But that is a nice inclusion just to have these for your collection. So yeah, there's a bunch of those. Doesn't really matter how much. There's a good chunk. I'm not going to count them. This isn't a detailed unboxing video. This is just a general unboxing video. All right, these tokens. I'm excited to see what they are. And the Frost tokens. Get out of here. We got some card bundles. Oh. So I'm going to try, as I said, I'm going to try to avoid spoilers where we can, but... So it looks like these are the scenario bundles. There are more than 5 scenarios. There are a bunch of scenarios. Let's see how many there are. There's one, which is split into 3 parts. An interlude, a scenario question mark, so that's fun. So we're currently at 2 scenarios, and these are in 3 parts. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so there's only actually, by number, it looks like 6, 5, 6. Interesting. So it's going to be, we know that they're playing with the structure of these quite a bit. So I am curious to see how this all plays out. For people who may be wondering, are we going to be moving in on this pretty quickly on the channel? Yeah. We're going to probably be this, realistically, the first episodes of our Edge of the Earth campaign should be up later this week. Potentially even as early as Friday. So you can look forward to those if you do want to watch, but if you are trying to do this spoiler-free, obviously, if you want to play before you actually, get spoiled, you can just wait till you play it and you get this in your hands. For the people who don't care or who have already played it themselves or want to see what it's like before you consider purchasing it, later this week, all of this stuff will be out. We'll get the first scenario. I'm going to be playing Monterey Jack. Looking forward to it as I'm just cracking open these all. So Ice and Death looks like it's the first scenario. So I'm just curious. So as I said, this is going to be as spoiler-free as possible. I don't want to be looking through the encounter cards, but I'm just kind of curious to see what our scenario reference is saying. So, Ice and Death. X is half the shelter value of your location. Shelter value. Interesting. I like it. So like it's going to be freezing and ice and we have to have shelter. So there's going to be like a camp which probably has a higher shelter value. Frozen wasteland tundra is just going to be lower, and then some caves that are probably in the middle. Interesting. -2. If you fail, shuffle the top card of the Tekalili deck into your deck without looking at it. Interesting. This is going to make Travis very angry. So one thing to be aware of is if you sleeve your game, you're going to need extra sleeves, especially if we sleeve them in different colors, which Travis, Bryn, and I do. So we just all have some sleeves on standby. And then -3, for each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck, draw each weakness discarded by this effect. Interesting. Very interesting. One more little pack here. Interesting. Just getting all these guys open because I want to see what they're like, not in their packages, actually put into the... Travis did send me one that I just need to find the art. I'm not looking at any of the cards. I'm not reading what they do. I just see if... Yeah, this is it. All right, so Travis... If you don't want to see any of the encounter cards, turn away, but Travis showed us this card yesterday when we were recording, and this is like the new hotness. Just this little penguin going walk, 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 walk. Get ready for that on the channel. That's going to be a long-term, long-running joke. Okay, so let's kind of see, without any rhyme or reason, let's see what happens, how we can store these guys in here. So if we store these guys all like this with no rhyme or reason, let's just kind of see what we got. So a lot of space still for you to put cards from the Investigator expansion in here if you keep them like this. If these were sleeved, they take up even more space. I think in theory, we should be able to do this. It's a bit tight, but we can make this work. As I'm just... No, if everyone's like cringing how I grab these cards, I'll just tell you right now, don't worry about it. Do not. All right, let's see if I can split this into 2. No, this is one super big one. Let's see if I can split it even further, just so we can showcase exactly. No spoilies! No spoilies, please. Oh my god, I'm seeing all these spoilies. Oh my god, that's a lot of acts and agendas. What the frick? This just never ends. Oh my god. Well, okay, all right. These can just go back in. There's just too much here. Okay. Maybe I can take one of these ones from here. I'm just trying to find like a small... No, they're huge, man. So I can definitely tell they're looking at, like, these are... Tragedy. Is that normal? This can't be normal. Do we have a miscut? I can't find the other half. So this would be a really weird miscut if this happened. All right, I'm going to troubleshoot that off later. This can't be intentional. I'll tell you that much right now. It's just like perfectly zoop. We'll troubleshoot that off of the video. But in theory, it does look like you could jam these guys in here. It's just a little bit tight on this side, but you could store them in this as well if you don't have the space. And then obviously if you like needed some room, you could just go like that. And then they fit pretty comfortably in there. What a mystery. What a mystery that we have here. All right, let's look at some of the new mechanics, shall we? All right, checkpoints. Some of the scenarios. Here, do you guys want to come closer? Do you want to read this with me? Should we have a read along? There, that's as close as I can get without changing my camera. Checkpoints. Some of the scenarios in the Edge of the Earth campaign are split into multiple parts. Players may choose to play these parts one at a time with breaks between each part, or they may play multiple parts one after another as part of a longer session. Each part is its own game with its own setup and resolution. So a scenario is broken into mini scenarios is basically what we're looking at there. After completing one part of a scenario, the campaign guide directs the investigators to a checkpoint, then instructs them how to proceed. If the investigators wish to proceed directly to the next part of the scenario, the checkpoint will instruct them how to clean up the game to prepare for the next part of the scenario. If the investigators wish to take a break and resume playing during the next game session, the checkpoint will instruct them to record the information in the campaign log, then make setup for the next session quick and easy. Okay. Just like scenario, it's like a through line through a scenario is what I'm kind of like looking at. All right. Frost tokens. This expansion introduces a new type of chaos token, the Frost token. Brrr, it's cold in here. At the start of the Edge of the Earth campaign, the Chaos Bag contains only a few relatively harmless Frost tokens, if any. As the expedition continues, depending on the decisions the investigators make and the events that unfold, more Frost tokens may be added to or removed from the Chaos Bag, altering the difficulty of every test the investigators perform. The more Frost tokens added to the Chaos Bag, the more crippling their effects become. Brr, it's cold out here. The first Frost token revealed from the Chaos Bag during a skill test has the following effect. -1, reveal another token. If another Frost token is revealed from the Chaos Bag during the same test, immediately end the reveal Chaos token step of the skill test and resolve the test as an automatic failure, returning all Frost tokens to the bag after it ends. So it's like an auto-fail if you draw 2 of them. You literally just freeze in place. For example, Bob investigates a location and there are 2 Frost tokens in the Chaos Bag. During Bob's first investigation attempt, he reveals a Frost token. This reduces his skill value by 1 and causes him to reveal another token. The next token he reveals is a +1, resulting in a total of 0 from both tokens. Good job, Bob. You succeeded. Emboldened, Bob attempts to investigate a section time. This time, he reveals a Frost token followed by a second Frost token. You frickin' idiot, you ruined it. Bob immediately stops revealing tokens, and it's an automatic failure. No more than 8 total Frost tokens can be included in the Chaos Bag and or seal on cards in play at any given time. A Frost token revealed outside of a skill test has no effect on its own unless specified by a card effect, and a Frost token enters the Chaos Bag remains in the Chaos Bag from scenario to scenario unless removed by a card or a game effect. Use the Chaos Bag section of the campaign log to record which tokens are currently in the Chaos Bag. Cool. And then last but not least, actually no, there's a bunch more. There's new keywords as well. We're going to get to all of it, baby. We're going through the whole thing. Not the whole book, mind you. That'd be a huge read-along, wouldn't it? Tekalili. This campaign includes an encounter set of 16 weaknesses, each with the title Tekalili. These cards are shuffled together to form a special Tekalili deck during the setup of each scenario of this campaign. Like normal weaknesses, it becomes part of that deck and stays with that investigator from scenario to scenario. However, the resolution of each Tekalili weakness instructs the investigator to return it to the Tekalili deck, removing it from their own deck. As a result, the number of cards in the Tekalili deck varies based on how many of these weaknesses are in each investigator's deck, and while they all share the same title, they may have differing effects. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it's like a weakness that just kind of like sticks with you, but goes away when you draw it. Seems kind of fun, actually. New keywords, baby. Let's go. We got partner. Partner is a keyword ability that appears on the 9 story assets in the expedition. Here, let me see if I can make this even more focused for you guys. All right, it's not working. Ah, there we go. Just didn't want to pop up. Oh my God, it suddenly became very warm in here. Here, let's cool it down a bit. Brr, it's so cold. All right. Oh, let's go. Okay. Let's look at this together, shall we? Partner is a keyword ability that appears on 9 story assets in the expedition team encounter set. Each of these assets represents a powerful ally whom the investigators can bring along during the scenarios in this campaign to improve their chances of success. However, bringing an asset with the partner keyword endangers that asset with the risk of losing them permanently. Oh, I'm going to kill a lot of partners, I'll tell you that much right now. At the start of each scenario in this campaign, each investigator is given the option to choose a partner asset and put it into play. Partner assets cannot be added to an investigator's deck. An investigator may choose a different partner or no partner to bring each time they are given this choice. A partner asset cannot leave play unless it is defeated. For example, it cannot be discarded by card effects unless it is explicitly defeated. If an investigator is defeated, any partner asset they have with them is also defeated. Brutal. If a partner asset is defeated, remove it from the game, then cross off that character's name in the expedition team section of the campaign log. Damage or horror on a partner asset is recorded in the expedition team section of the campaign log at the end of each game. And if an investigator resigns from a scenario, their partner asset leaves play but is not defeated. Keep all damage and horror on it as it will be recorded in the campaign log after it ends. Interesting. There's also alert, as you can see down at the bottom, but we ain't going to concern ourselves with alert. We know what that keyword does. And if you don't, well, welcome to the channel. So it looks like on standard, which is the difficulty we play at here, it's a pretty standard bag. +1, 0, 0, 3 -1s, 2 -2s, -3, -4, and then a frost token. And then skull, skull, cultist, tablet, autofail, elder sign. All right, this one, people may not want to look at this, but we're gonna look at the campaign log. So if you don't want to see the campaign log, maybe tab out. And I'm just gonna put this over here, or close the video, do whatever you want. All right. So, scenarios, Ice and Death, part 1, 2, 3, To the Forbidden Peaks, City of the Elder Things, Heart of Madness, 1, 2. This is really interesting to see this kind of structure that we have here. I'm curious to see how it's gonna go, because it seems really short, but the campaign log, do be pretty big, but I wonder how much of that is story. Like if they're really upping the story of the game to make up for the fact that there's less scenarios. Like more writing and more reading, more interludes, more dynamic stuff like that. I'm curious to see how it plays out. Fatal Mirage. We have memories discovered and memories banished. Ice and Death, locations revealed, supplies recovered. And the Heart of Madness, seals placed, seals recovered. And we have our expedition team of what looks like 9 members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Professor William frickin' Dyer. We always would joke about this guy in Eldritch Horror, so it's fun to see him here. Cool. Well, that is my unboxing and what you see within this expansion. Hopefully, you guys don't have this weird cut card situation that I do, but I'm not worried about stuff like that. Stuff like that just happens sometimes. Just gonna send the emails that I need to send to try to sort that all out. This is it. I actually, unfortunately, oh no, I do have the Patreon here. Perfect. Hey, look at that. But we'll come back to this one just for a second. So yeah, these are once again the tokens you get. You get the big bag and a bunch of player cards. And most importantly, the thing that I'm most excited about is this juicy frickin' box to keep it all in. Once again, this box is beefy and it's gonna store your stuff really well and it sits really nicely on a shelf. So that is all exciting all around. I wanna just say thank you guys for watching. Here are our patrons. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you wanna support the channel, you can go down to the description box to find the Patreon page there. I know this video is very different than the normal content we'd make on this channel, but hey, we're still trying things out. We're seeing what works, what you guys like. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments and I can do it for expansions that are coming up. Because, I mean, I do this anyway when I get the thing, and I talk to myself just like this. There's just no camera recording. I talk to myself all the time. I'm like Constantly let's play in my own freaking life. Oh, crap, one last thing. Can't forget about the ad sheet. Really fun. Unfathomable on one side, books on the other. Great, great time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.